Hey guys, Dana with Spun Paradise Cotton Candy. Super excited today to teach you guys how to make amazing cotton candy mannequin heads. I've traveled all over to fun events all over the country making these. If you need them and you want me to come, just call me up. But today I'm going to teach you how to do it yourself, so you don't really need me if you don't need me. So first things first. With the mannequin heads, I'm using a styrofoam one today. You could use plastic ones as well. We've done that in the past as well, or wood. Really, any material you have will work. You just need a way to create some type of skewer, some type of stability in the top of the mannequin head. It's gonna look a little different depending on the material of the mannequin head. With the styrofoam today, I am just going to put it in the top and then just like a little bit of a poke in the top, and then I am going to tape for a little extra stability on there. So it doesn't have to look pretty, it's gonna get covered up. Now the trick that I always do when I'm making a mannequin head, no matter what material I'm using, I take tape and I make kind of just these little tabs all around the mannequin head, just right around the edge. This is going to hold the cotton candy really nicely along the edges. Otherwise, sometimes it wants to slide down. It looks silly. So this will give it a very nice form. I'm going to just make 4 tabs. One for each side, and then one for the back and one for the front. Okay, so now that we have our little tabs, the 4 tabs, and something for stability in the center, I just used a long paper straw today. Wooden dowels work really well. You could also make out of paper, like big paper, a big paper cone, which works amazing, especially for plastic mannequin heads, where it's kind of harder to attach something to the top. You literally can just make a paper cone, tape it to the sides, and build right on the paper cone. It's pretty nice. But today we've got the paper straw. It's pretty stable. It's a nice thick paper. So let's get spinning. Today I'm going to use our Spun Paradise organic coconut sugar floss. If you guys need sugar floss, head on over to the website, spunparadise.com. You can really use any color. It just really depends on the event, what you're doing with it, the application. It already smells like Hawaii. I love it. Coconut's one of my favorites. We've got a little bit of yellow in there because I made a pineapple one earlier. So just try to get the yellow out. And then I'm basically just going to go around and try to make sure that the cotton candy catches on the tabs. I'm going to put the mannequin towards me for a minute because I really like to try to get the hair to look somewhat nice and not just kind of, thrown on there. To me, the base is the most important to try to give it a nice shape. Turn down my heat a little bit. So now that I've got what I approve of as a nice base, I am literally just wrapping it around the dowel. I really like using the gold metal whirlwind for this, mainly because I can take it out in long strips and strands. You totally can get away with using a Vivo or a mid-grade machine as well if you had to. They will take a lot longer though to make, so just keep that in mind. So we're almost done creating the hair. Just gonna put a little bit more on top. If you want to make higher, like taller, I should say, hair, you'll definitely want to use paper cones instead and just make them to the height that you're wanting the cotton candy to be. And don't want any bald spots. I like to do it in layers. I like it to also come to a little bit of a point. You don't have to. Play around with it to really do whatever it is that you like. We've done these in all sorts of colors. Like I said, different mannequin head materials. I think that will be perfect. Okay, so here she is. So now, the fun part. Today I am going to use some edible flowers. You could totally use just micro flowers that aren't edible if these are going to be centerpieces. But if they are meant for eating, definitely edible flowers is the way to go. I got these from Gourmet Sweet Botanicals on Etsy. So I'll be using that, our edible 23 karat gold, I should say. And then today I've got some agave as well. And a Wilton brand cake decorating paintbrush is what I use to apply. So I'll show you how that works, but that's what I use. I also sometimes like to put like different things in the hair. And today I'm just going to throw in a cute little fan that I just think's adorable. Little dragonfly or butterfly fan. So let me turn off my machine. I am going to tape the mannequin head for while we work. And we'll do that. So I'm going to put in this fan first, and I'm hoping you guys can still see. I'm basically just going to cut or pull, I should say, a little bit of like a hole, make a little crease, pull it together. And just gonna stick it in there like that. There we go. And now I'm going to add some flowers. So you could do feathers. There's all sorts of different things you can stick in it. It's super fun. I just think the fans are so fun and cute and whimsical. So I'm going to add some of the edible flowers to that now. And I usually just finish it with the gold. It's just so pretty finish. I literally am taking each individual flower. You could do petals too. Just painting on a little bit of agave on there. Okay, so our beauty is done. A couple questions that I always get asked about the mannequin heads is number one, their stability in outdoor elements. If these are going to sit out for any length of time, it has to be an absolutely dry environment. So in Arizona, in some of these other, in some climates like Arizona where the humidity is extremely low, these literally can sit out and look freshly made for hours, 2-3 hours. Somewhere like even today, where the humidity is a little bit higher, they are starting to melt fairly quickly. This pineapple one I made probably about 30 minutes ago. And you can see she's kind of starting to melt. So that is one of the biggest things with these is elements and environment that they're in. If they're being made to eat right away, totally fine. They'll be great. Can make it in a commercial kitchen or wherever you're making it, take it out to the tables, wherever they're going to be eaten, and they can be eaten quickly and no worries with humidity. I also get asked a lot on this mannequin. There are some little cotton candy flowers, and I was just going to show you guys. I didn't put any on the coconut one today. So I was just going to show you guys how to do that. And I'm going to grab some fresh from the machine. You can make them any size, just a nice little like snake, I would say, of cotton candy. I just wrap it around 2 fingers. These are pretty popular on the mannequin heads. And then I like to just squish it a little bit, pinch it in so it makes like 4 little spots. From there, I usually cut, or you can tear so that it's not as thick. And you have a little flower. And then how I attach it is just dipping it in the agave or honey, whatever it is that you're using. Whoops, we lost a flower. And then you can just literally just stick it on like that. So I'm just showing you guys on this mannequin so you can see. Usually I'll make 3 and make like a little cluster and maybe fresh flowers coming out of it or whatever design you want to make. But they're pretty simple. And again, you can make different sizes. You could also like put gold. This one just got some gold from it, but you can make different sizes and I'll show you guys. Same thing. Like there's a big one. I pinched it a little bit and then it already had some gold. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some gold on it and it would be super, super cute and super easy to like put that on with some other ones as like the focal point. So that's kind of how to make the cotton candy flowers for the mannequin heads. So I absolutely love these. These are a huge hit at events. We've done these at so many different private high-end events. They're always well received. So get out there and get spinning and get yourself some fun mannequin heads going. As always, keep it sweet, guys.